Bowtie Guy 85 here. Hello again. I have one more video for you guys. So, again, it is Seersucker Week. I already showed you getting dressed in my seersucker. And I discussed my seersucker, the brand, and how I came into this suit, the great deals, and how I've styled it and accessorized it. So I thought it would be a fun opportunity to do a little research on the history and the origins of the seersucker suit, since it is Seersucker Week. So let's dive right in. So, the origins of the seersucker. First, we look to colonial India. They were, that is where lightweight silks were first developed, and they had their own sort of version of the seersucker, which was actually called seersucker, meaning milk and sugar, and that was because of the texture of the material, because it had a silky quality to it, but it also had a little bit of texture to it, much like what I'm wearing right now. But the suit was reimagined in 1909 by a man named Joseph Haspel. He was a haberdasher in New Orleans. And a little bit of info on the South: it's very hot, especially in the summertime. It gets really humid and really muggy. And he was looking for something different, an alternative, something lighter weight that he could market to answer for that heat. So he came up with this cotton blend, utilizing part of what was already going on in India. And we have ended up with the seersucker we have today. So his invention really took off in the South. It was very popular with businessmen because of its nature of wrinkling. It was easy to care for. You didn't have to worry about the wrinkles because you knew it was going to wrinkle already. So it was acceptable to have wrinkles, whereas other suits you had to have them pressed or sent them to be cleaned. So it was a lot easier to care for. Again, the lighter weight material was perfect in the summer heat. So you have a lot of businessmen, who are dressed all day. They want something comfortable. So it was really popular, really took off from the beginning. Around the 1920s, students at Princeton began wearing the suit. You have major retailers like Brooks Brothers who began selling the suit by the early 1930s. So that really helped popularize it and take it up into the north and other regions. The other good thing about the suit, with it being a cotton blend, it's a lot cheaper than, say, an all-wool suit or something that's full canvassed. So during the Depression era, the 30s, this was a much more popular alternative because it was more affordable. So your lower income families, they could afford the seersucker. And by that time, the seersucker had been so popularized that you were considered dressed up when you were wearing one, as before it was more of like a casual dress sort of thing, even though there really wasn't much of a casual dress going on at that time. But the suit began to remain popular throughout the 40s. It did sort of decline somewhat once air conditioning really took off. The need for lighter weight fabrics weren't as dire because you had buildings that could cool themselves. They did remain popular amongst like Ivy League and Southern Prep kind of thing. It's been popularized in some movies. To Kill a Mockingbird, Gregory Peck's character, he wore three-piece. You also have other famous people like Miles Davis wore one for his live album. Um, and in politics, it was popular as well. 1996, we have Senator Trent Lott from Mississippi, who began the ritual of seersucker Thursdays, wearing a seersucker on Thursdays to try and repopularize the garment, which lasted for quite a while, up until about the early 2010s. There was a little bit of some naysayers, but the tradition did resume by 2014, and it still goes on today. A lot of senators wearing the suit, and women have adopted to the suit as well. Around 2004, Dianne Feinstein said, why should the men have all the fun? Why don't we pick up on this as well? So you have a lot of female senators are wearing it as well. And the suit has progressed from, the seersucker has progressed from just the suit. You have you can get separates now. You have shorts, shirts that are of that material. So you have hats and some accessories. So it's not just, the suit anymore. It's more popular in the summertime because of the heat. It's not really something you're going to see in the fall or the winter. You'll see it in the spring and the summer. A lot of Southern prep type events is where you're going to see these things. The Kentucky Derby, any kind of derbies really is a good opportunity. You're going to see a lot of these. Summer weddings, you may see some things like this because it is a casual option. And there's so many things you can do with it now. Like I said, there's separates. You can do the pants. You could do a navy blazer. You can just kind of mix and match. You have so many options. So that's kind of where it is today. Not something that's hugely popular. You're not going to see it all over the place, but it has its place. And there are times that it's appropriate and that you are going to see it. If you like the seersucker I have on now, I implore you to check it out for yourself. If you watch my previous video, I'll discuss how I got my hands on this for almost next to nothing. So, again, this has just been a brief history. And until next time, this is Bowtie Guy 85, signing off.